I'll give your fans a moment to shower the love. All right, Mr. Kyler, so you started in 2009, correct? You told me you were a loyal customer for like, I don't know, 18 years before that.
That's right.
Yes, yes.
Made the plunge in 09.
Yes, took the plunge in 09, and you know, really from the outside looking in, I think really all of us could agree when we look at your business, one of the greatest strengths that you have is that you truly care about people, you cultivate relationships, you truly know how to build a team and build people up. And I love watching that because I know that that's one of your greatest strengths. So we talked a lot about the difference between recruiting people and sponsoring people. And there's a very big difference, and a lot of people may not think about that, but sponsoring and recruiting are two totally different things. What would you say about that?
Well, I think it kind of stems from my yellow.
You're yellow?
I'm a little yellow that turned red. And I just want to, yeah, I'm orange now. You know, before I say that, I want to just make sure you know that as you love your team, as you love people that come on your team, have your vision concretely rooted in your heart so that not a single hesitation by them can hold you back from your success. But that said, every person that comes on your team, you want to love them. You want to make them feel a part of our family. You want to make sure that they have belief, that they have a vision. You want to help them connect emotionally to why would you ever do a network marketing? Why would you get out of your comfort zone? Why would you tell people about that crazy rap? And, you know, I just think sponsoring is about being a good friend. It's building a relationship. It's about it being more than business, but living life together.
Well, and you know, when we do that and people are very deeply connected to their why, we know they're a lot less likely to leave or to fade out of the business, you know, and a lot of people don't think about that. We've got to be tied emotionally. There's a reason why I'm a lifer, you know, and it's not just the paycheck. So I think whenever we can help people develop that, that's something you're really great at, Kyler. So why don't I get asked all the time, I signed up a new distributor, now what do I do? Do you guys have that question? Do you feel that way sometimes? I signed somebody up, I want to make sure I'm being the best sponsor possible, so what do you do, Kyler?
Well, it's all about launching, and I believe that your belief is going to be built through your action. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to launch on Facebook. You're going to launch in real life. You're going to invite people over to try that crazy rap. I can't tell you what it's done for me and what it's done for my team to see over and over again the facial come off in 45 minutes, the tummy wrap come off in 45 minutes, a whole room that shows up skeptical and like, what did I show up to? And then they leave like, oh,
I mean, there's truly no
let me give you more money.
Yes. You didn't win, but you can still pay me.
You can still pay us. I know people in Nebraska that need this. I'm like, good, put it on a list. But yeah, I mean, getting it on people, knowing it works, getting their first 4 customers and 3 distributors and staying focused. We do make a list about, you know, between 30 or 50 people of people in mind for the business. We want to think about who could use extra money, who we think is really talented and not being able to really get their talent out there in the world, and anyone that we just want on an adventure with us. And when we reach out to people, my biggest tip is don't go there talking about what we are, go there asking for their time. So if I were to send a text, and let's say I were someone looking to stay at home with my children, I'd say, hey, I just started a new business venture. It's gonna help me stay at home with my kids, have more time, more freedom. Do you have time this week? We've gotta sit down and chat. That's it.
I love that. So you told me it's not about the details, it's about asking for their time.
Just about the time. We're gonna ask for 10 or 15 minutes and we're gonna take 30 or 45.
You sneaky little
I'm sorry,
okay.
They want it.
That's all right. You know, one of the things that I try to tell people whenever I'm sponsoring a new person or that I'm thinking is, I want to help them get their first win. I feel like if we can help people get a win right from the beginning, whether it's that first loyal, whether it's that first before and after picture that's amazing, those are things that tie people to this business and kind of keep them grounded in this business. So I feel like we set them up for success by getting them those first 4 loyals very quickly. You know, the company's so smart. It's not just about the free product, is it? It's about giving them their first win and that first thing that makes them say, I can do this. It gives them their confidence, you know? I love that. All right, so let's move back over to Jocelyn really quick. Jocelyn, we're gonna just rapid fire questions. Is that okay? Maybe not that rapid, but what do you tell someone on your team who comes to you and says, I don't know how to get a distributor? Because they sound like that always, right?
They sound like that.
It doesn't sound any different than that in my mind than what I just said. I can't get a distributor. Like that. What do you say to them?
The first thing that I always make sure is that, like I said a little bit earlier, when I'm trying to get loyal customers, that's what I focus on. If you want to get distributors, you need to focus on that. It's a mind game, and if you're not in the game in your mind, you're not going to get them. So change your attitude right off the bat, or else you're not going to. And then after that, ask your upline, because obviously they did something right to sign you, right? And they know what they're doing, and they can give you the advice. They'll tell you how to talk to people that way. But the biggest thing is showing people how this business is blessing your life.
Absolutely. You know, what you think about, you bring about. And so whenever I know that I've had to have a certain number for a certain promotion, I've always been able to reach that goal because that's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm putting out there in the universe. It's what I'm asking for. It's what I'm putting on social media. I'm reaching out. And I'll give you another tip. I have people that will say, you know, I can't find a distributor. First of all, we don't say can't. That's a rule. Anytime my girls say can't, I say, you're a Sinclair. We don't say can't, okay? So you don't say, y'all are It Works people. You don't say can't. That's the very first thing. The second, you're welcome. You're welcome. But the second thing is what you are putting out there. How often are you doing it? And are you doing it enough? Because if you send out 2 messages and you get no response, well then maybe it's time to send out 12 messages. Maybe you'll get 1. Okay, now I'm going to send out 24 because I want 2 responses. If this business is a numbers game and you look at it like that, then it becomes a lot more fun. How many people can I reach out to? If that one person said no, step aside. There's other people behind you, right? Even if it's an imaginary line of people in my head that are there, it's okay. I still pretend like they're there. So, Kim, what do you answer to people who ask you, how do I motivate my team? Don't you get asked that a lot? Kim, how do I motivate my team? You can't. Good. All right, move on. We're just asking on. Is that it? That's good. Y'all get that? Jot it down real quick.
You can't. We get asked, how do I motivate? How do I motivate my team? You can't motivate your team. The only thing you can do is inspire. And the way that you inspire is by showing them doing this yourself, showing them what's possible, working your steps to success. So if you are not, bringing in those 4 loyal customers, those 3 distributors every month, then you're going to see your team also not bringing in their loyal customers and distributors. So you can't motivate somebody because motivation is internal, and you can't put that into somebody. You can only inspire them and show them what's possible and help them dream big and dream for their family. So, and the only way you can do that is by doing it yourself.
Okay, raise your hand if you decided to stay in this business because someone posted an awesome Oprah Winfrey quote on Instagram with a Valencia filter. Raise your hand. I really thought I'd see way more hands than that. I'm sorry. This is mind-boggling to me. Exactly, you guys, you don't stay in this business because of some quote that you read or something inspiring that you saw through Facebook. What you're doing is you're watching action, and as you watch that action happening and then you follow that and you're taking those action steps, that's what makes you stay in this business. That's what gives you the inspiration and the motivation to keep going, right? So I really, really thought that would get a standing O, but that's all right. I'm gonna move on. It's good. It's fine. I'm not one to beg. I'm not one to beg. No, it's getting embarrassing how much you guys are so supportive. So, Kyler, what is your number 1 blitzing tip?
Okay, so when I'm all about relationships, I'm all about connecting. Everywhere I go, I'm intentionally saying, oh my gosh, hi, I like your shirt, I like this. Connecting with people, asking them about themselves, helping them know my name, or asking them about their name, anything. And the second that we talk, I'm like, oh my gosh, we should so be friends on Facebook, like right now. Hold on. And they're looking at you almost like, wait, this is really happening? And then I pull up Facebook and I go to the search thing and I hand it over and they find themselves and I'm like, great. We'll have a great day. Wrong. I dropped the mic.
That was not creepy at all.
No, but you follow up.
I love it.
You follow up and you send them the Forbes article. If you Google Forbes, It Works Global, you'll find an excellent article. And I send that. I'm like, I just loved you. If you're ever looking for a business, you should check this out.
I love it. That is fantastically just awesome. Sarah taught me that tip. Sarah Rankin, and I was listening to a call that she did. Yes. I heart Sarah Rankin. And she told me that when she's out blitzing, she gives people her phone. You know, you've always got your phone on you, and she keeps it in her back pocket or her purse, and as she's having a really great conversation with someone, she pulls out her phone and she says, hey, let's connect on Facebook, let's connect on Instagram. And I think that's such a good way, because then, like you said, as we're posting about our life and we're posting those belly pictures, they're following, they're watching all of that. So, Courtney, I would like to ask anybody that is between the ages of 18 and 22 to raise their hand. 18 and 22. Raise your hand. Courtney, can you see him? All right. Courtney, I want you to talk to all the people that just raised their hand. And what would you say to this group that might be using their age as an excuse to work the business?
I think just, taking the time to realize the opportunity that we have in front of us. At such a young age, we start accumulating debt. And, right out of high school, I felt like I started accumulating it like crazy. And this is giving us, a opportunity of a lifetime, I feel like. And it's going to let us, do things that most people our age is not, able to do. Last week I went to talk to a financial advisor and I set up a retirement fund. And
retirement fund, and she's 20.
And
insane.
Looking into buying a house, and it's just stuff that I've never dreamed of doing at the age of 20. Like, it's just crazy that this is my life right now, and it's crazy that this is my job. Like, it's crazy that it can be this much fun and be a job.
You need to give Mark whatever advice you got, because I know financially he's maybe just wondering what to do. So maybe you could just pass that along to Mark. And I think he could maybe use some help there with investment properties and situations. He's having some trouble, I've heard. So, Kim, really, they're blinking, but we're not done. What is one pitfall that you try to help people avoid? I really want to get this across.
Recently, it's been comparison. And this can, when you start to compare yourself to other people, it can really halt your business. So what I really wanted to tell you guys today about this pitfall is keep your blinders on, stay focused, right? It doesn't matter if somebody else goes diamond in 2 days and you do it in 2 years. It doesn't matter. As long as you know in your heart that you have your why right here, you're working your steps, you're giving your best to this, then you're fine. It doesn't matter. The end result, the finish line, is freedom. So don't look left or right. The reason that comparison is so dangerous is because it starts breeding fear and doubt in yourself. So you start finding, find yourself asking, what are they doing that I'm not? And it's nothing. We're all working the steps to success. We're all doing the same thing. Everybody's life is different. Everybody's different in a different situation. So you don't look left and right. You stay focused on your why and your goals, and as long as you know in your heart that you are working those steps and you're giving this your all, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to get to the end. Freedom is there for you.
I love it. You can be, 14 and be a billionaire, and you can have 933 kids. You can weirdly just ask people to friend you on Facebook from your phone. You guys, anybody, we can all do this. So, will you guys please give this awesome panel a hand? I appreciate y'all. Hey, thanks, you'll Y'all can sit down.